So in Google Photos, if you see Google Photos, there will be folders. You didn't actually segregate your photos in one folder, your mom photos in one folder, your dad photos in one folder. So have you seen all your photos in one folder, all your mom photos in one folder? Like you didn't segregate, but how could Google actually know?
So, what did make you interest to become a data scientist? First question that everyone would like to ask.
So as you mentioned, like when I'm working in Infosys, like immediately after my graduation, I started my working in Infosys. So I hear a buzz that many jobs are getting laid off because of the automation. So it got a lot of panic in the market, lot of panic with the freshly graduates and the working employees. So I
Mhm.
thought, why can't be myself in the automation sector? So usually, what is the problem? Like, what is automation? Like the work done by 10 people is actually doing by one machine. So in this process, you need a lot of you need a lot of knowledge to convert that. So I thought, why can't I fill the gap in it? So then what I have done is like I started thought of doing my post graduation. So even though like after working in 2 years, so I have in my mind from that I should do my masters in data science. So I have applied only for the colleges overall India which are only related to data science. Example IISc, and I also applied for IIT Kharagpur and ISA Calcutta, and I am Calcutta, and few symbiosis. So and I got courses, and like I thought I got few, I didn't get few, but at last I got IISc. And as everyone know, IISc is very prestigious college. It is very one of the best institute not only in India but also the world. So the QS ranking is around 156. So then after going to IISc, what I have realized is like we are the just a small sand particle in a ocean. So there are a lot of intellectual people, very brilliant professors, and a lot of research people. They're actually doing a lot of contribution to the world and even the country also. So I thought, so like gaining after the knowledge in ISC. So I began started sharing, like, so that is how I started giving my webinars and seminars, and few times teaching. So that made me to interested to come into data science and also teach as well.
So, this is how you came into data science. And I think you were very much head hunting, kind of like you were hunting for the particular destined institute where you can actually graduate or become somewhere very close to your career path. So, all the best. I think we are just looking forward to many more facts as well as inputs from your end. And we have our participants. So thank you so much, participants, and thank you, Revanth, for joining. All over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Uh, yeah, we got very huge participation. That's a very great initiative by GUVI. It's very good marketing effort. So I can
Yeah.
understand there are a lot of people.
So
So
I would like to make a small request, guys. However, said, yeah, people would like to have few words from your end as well, Raman. So, guys, if you have any questions pertaining to data science or anything that is for this session, please hold on, or else you can just drop an text in the chat with your questions, with your name, and we would read out them at the end of the session.
yeah, like first 45 minutes I'll be teaching about the
Yeah,
session, and last 15 minutes will take the question answers. I think it is a better way to
definitely.
do it.
Yeah. So please wait on, guys. We are going to answer all of them as much as possible. So yeah, you're able to share your screen, Jaman.
Yeah, let
Thank
me
you.
share the screen. Can you see the screen, everyone?
Yes, yes. Let's whisper.
Okay, I think we can start the session.
Yeah, Ravan, please.
Yeah, okay. So, good evening, guys. So, today we are going to get the concept of how to create your own data science projects. So, like once you start working on any data science project, so this is the biggest problem. You go with and you go to you try to approach many people in LinkedIn, and like people surrounding you, like what is the data science project I need to do. So in today's session, what will be clearing, what you'll get a clarity is, so if example, if you are very interested in agriculture, so how can you create your own agriculture data from India? And if you're interested in more towards sports, so how to create your own sports data, and also how to create a machine learning models on. If example, and if you are very interested in movies, or if you are into this particular field, or if you're into banking sector, for example, you are working in some banking sector, or you're working in some pharmacy sector, you're working in some service sector. So how to get the interest out of it? So how to create your own data science projects out of your interest? So that is what today concept is. So it will be very interesting, and it will be like theoretical and also practical, and try to focus for the next 30 minutes. It will help you a lot, and it will help you a lot in your interviews also. For example, if you go to any interview, they'll ask you, you might say, I don't have actual production experience in data science, but I'm very interested to it. What will be the next question asked by those people, interviewers? They'll ask, can you tell me what is the data science projects you have worked on? So how do you answer it? So if you answer them, I have created my own data set and created a modeling on it, that would be very impressive for interviewer. Even if I'm an interviewer, if I ask what is the data science project you have worked on, if some person is explaining me, I have created my own data set out of the interest, out of the which interest I am, then I have done modeling on it. It would be very great interest, because I'll explain you what data scientist is, what data science is, what is a data analyst. So I'll also explain what is the difference between each and everything, so you'll get understanding. And coming to me, there are a lot of questions. Okay. So guys, here is my profile. I have done my master's in IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Masters of Management in Business Analytics, and I have done my fourth semester project work in IIM Bangalore, and I have worked in Infosys, and now I'm working as a uh, data scientist in Airtel X Labs. So these are my certifications. I have done PG diploma in mobile computing, CDAC, CUDA, and as I mentioned, I have done my PGP exchange course in IIM Bangalore, and I'm also a presenter for the conferences at IGBI ISC Bangalore. IGBI is International Conference of Business Analytics and Intelligence. So actually, I wrote a research paper, which is in review, which is a 5 format. I have explained in IGBI, and I'm also a delegate at Europe Indian Joint Cell on Smart and Integrated Local Energy Systems. And so these are the my profile. And before going to technical aspects, can you hear my voice? Is it clear?
Yes, Revanth, it's very much pretty clear.
Yeah, then okay. So guys, if someone asks me what is a data scientist, so what are the tasks I should be doing in data scientist, so I can simply show in actually just one diagram. So these are the maths and statistics algorithms you need to have knowledge, and you should be also a software engineer. Software engineering is like kind of basics in programming languages. It can be Python, it can be R, it can be any SQL, any programming languages. So what I feel is you can actually do programming in any language, either it might be R, PySpark, or if you know the concept. So I'm explaining again. First of all, you have to be very clear in the concept. For example, linear regression. Linear regression is a model. So you should able to write the linear regression. If you understand how the linear regression works, you can actually write in Python. It is open source. You can find in Google. So what I suggest you is try to get much clarity. Try to get better, strong idea in basics. And also data communication. Data communication is how you express the data. If example, you are going to meet your CEO or CTO, and you are a data scientist or data analyst. So how do you express the data? How do you tell the story from the data? How do you explain a simple way? You cannot show Your CEO or CTO or manager or a higher manager, they just Excel sheet, this is the revenue, this is the sales, these are the numbers of our company, right? He cannot show. It might be very messy, and it might be he have to spend a lot of time. How do you express the data? So that is called data visualization, or you can say data communication. So what I can say is data scientist is the one who should able to understand data engineering, which is nothing but how you fetch the data, and data analyst, how you analyze the data. So that is how it works. And I also mentioned as a data science should be in maths, business, in information systems. So guys, like take any data science project. If you take any data science project, so this is how a structure works. Like once you do it the production, you will get to understand how it works. First, you need to collect the data. First, you need to data collection. You have to collect the data. Either I will explain you how you collect the data. There are different ways of different steps to collect the data. So today, our main uh, concentration will be in the data collection. I'm explaining again. You might not go into data preparation, data modelation, train the model. So today will be more concentration on the data collection, which is the first part one of the data science architecture. And once you talk with the host, or once you talk with the organization GUVI, they'll explain you how to learn about data preparation and choosing the model, training the model, evaluating the model, parameter tuning, and making the predictions. So I'll explain you the basic steps: data collection. So how we collect the data, how we collect the data from the different data sources, and data preparation. So data preparation means how you clean the data. Like if there are very many null values, if there are many unnecessary values, if there are columns which you don't want, that comes under data preparation. And choosing the model, yeah, there are hundreds of models. If I show you, you will be surprised how many different types of models are there. See, can you see the screen over here? See, you can see these many different types of machine learning models are there. There are type of regressions, rule systems, and these belongs to deep learning, neural network, Bayesian, decision tree. Don't get confused with so many names. Even I don't know the each and every machine learning model in this picture. The all you need to know is for the data I have. For example, for the data I have, which kind of model I should apply. I'm explaining again for the data I have, which kind of model I should expect. So this is the main part. If I ask me, someone asks me regression. So regression is a kind of, there are two types of model. You can predict only two things, either regression or classification. Regression is nothing but you're predicting a number. Classification is nothing but you're predicting the class. So for example, if today is some India versus England cricket match is there, either you can predict how much India is going to score. That is a regression. You're predicting a number. Another one is classification, 0 or 1, win or lose, whether India is going to win or loss. So that is how you're going to predict. So for the prediction I have, so what is the way I need to select? So once you do the course, once you complete the course, definitely you will be able to judge which type of machine learning model I should apply. So this is how it works. So, and see, if you take linear regression, so this is a linear regression model, linear regression in Python code. This is a linear regression uh, R actually. So this is R in R, this is in Python. So linear regression, actually, if you try to derive linear regression in your paper, it takes like 2 to 3 pages. But in Python or in R, see, LR is equal to linear regression bracket. It's just a simple one line of code. You could be able to do it. So that is how it works. And choosing a model, there are different types of models. Which model you should choose, and you need to train the model. Like if, for example, if you're going to predict something, you have a data, and you should train the model. Train the model means, if, for example, you want to predict whether this picture is a cat or dog. Okay, if you want to predict this picture is a cat or dog, so you have 100 pictures of a cat and dog. So you train 50 pictures, or you will take 80 pictures out of the 100. You will tell the computer this is a cat, this is a dog, and remaining 20 you predict it. So So when you tell the system this is a cat, this is a dog, by showing the pictures in your library, that is called train the model. And there is something called evaluation model, parameter model. It doesn't come in each and every machine learning model, but it depends. It comes in only few machine learning models like random forest, XGBoost. Then you can understand, and finally you make predictions. So here, how many people are using Google Photos? Not gallery. Have you seen Google Photos? Google Photos. Okay. So in Google Photos, if you see Google Photos, there will be folders. You didn't actually segregate your photos in one folder, your mom photos in one folder, your dad photos in one folder. So have you seen all your photos in one folder, all your mom photos in one folder? Like you didn't segregate, but how could Google actually know? Did you understand my question? So here the question is, so you have all the photos right in your mobile in a gallery. In gallery trains. So Google selects a model and it trains the data. It trains the data in your gallery and it will segregate in your Google Photos. Understood? If example, there might be some error, some one of the photos might be going in some other folder, your photo might go in some folder. So that is simple. So it is image recognition. So same thing, like if you see your Google Photos, data collection, data preparation, Google chooses a model. It train the data. It train the data in your gallery, in your mobile, and it will evaluate. It will do some parameter tuning, and it make predictions, and then it will send to Google Photos. That is how it works. Yeah, face recognition in OnePlus Gallery opens view library. Yes. So here today our agenda would be creating your own and customized data sets from data engineering, analysis, visualization to machine learning model. So as I mentioned, so how do you customize your data? How do you analysis your data? How do visualize your data? And how do machine learning model? So today we'll be most concentrating on the engineering and analysis part. So here you will be, once this session is done, you'll be very confident in what is web scraping. So web scraping is an important tool for any data scientist to have in the toolbox. Web scraping data for machine learning in Python. So what is web scraping? So as I mentioned, you want data. You want data from your internet. You want data from some website. How do you get the data? You have to use web scraping. It is very interesting technique. Very few data scientists know about web scraping. If you know what is web scraping, it will be very helpful for you in the production. If example, if you want to do some data science project in your office or in your company, you don't have the data or you don't have good amount of data. How do you create the data by yourself? So that is what, right? Data science is nothing but you are working on some data. Not only you're working on some data, you should have knowledge in every step. You should know how to create your own data set. So that is what data scientists should know. So here many people will explain what is statistics, what is analysis, what is data science, what is machine learning. But very few people will explain how to create your own data. I have seen a lot of sources. There are very few cases where they explain, where there are very few webinars where they explain what is web scraping, how do you create your own data. So here are the libraries we should consider. You'll understand what is a beautiful soup, Recurse, Scrappy, Selenium. So these are the different libraries. I'll explain you what these libraries will do. Let's do this. So there are different steps as a data collection, data processing, exploration, visualization, analysis, and insight policy decision. So what is insight policy decision means? If examples, you have a factory, okay, you have industry, you have done a lot of machine learning models, so you have done a lot of analysis. So you got some results. So what you do insights, you take a decisions, means there is a lot of amount of data, there is a lot of amount of revenue wastage in this particular setup. There is a lot of there is, you are keeping very less budget to this particular manufacturing unit, or you are actually wasting a lot of money in manufacturing of brakes or manufacturing of the engine. So this is so you when you work on data, ultimately what you do, you try to get the insights, and which that insight should actually impact your revenue. It should increase your profit. It should be a cost optimization. And yeah, I can say you can do a lot of optimization with the data science. Optimization is nothing but if the companies like Swiggy or any Uber. So what they do? They do cost optimization for this particular. When I book the cab, so what is the best rate I need to get? When I order some food, so what is the delivery fee? It should be there. So if the delivery fee is very high, whether the customer is going to buy it or not. If the cart value is very high, whether the customer is going to complete the transaction or not. So these are the types of data science optimization you can do in every sector. Yeah, and here I can explain. There are something called document load, parsing, extraction, and transformation. So this is overall I can say. So crawl. The first step is always navigate to the target. So this is the steps of data collection, how you create the data. So I have explained how you data collection, right? And you do data preparation. So this is the steps of the data collection. So when you talk about data collection, first step is crawl. The first step is to always navigate to the target website by making an HTTP request and download the response you get. So when you actually Google something, you get HTTP dot. It is something called hypertext protocol. So how when you want to get the data from some website, you have to do HTTP request. I'll explain you what is HTTP request also. And there is something called parse and transpose. Once you receive the response, now it's time to parse this download data into HTML parser like Beautiful Soup and extract the required data. Once you request the HTTP protocol, you try to parse it. You try to parse it with, through Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup is a library. So first step is you do the request and you parse that into Beautiful Soup, and then you store it. Store you can do. Now you have extracted the required data. You can simply store this in JSON or CSV. So JSON is one of the format and CSV is one of the format. I'll explain you what JSON is. CSV is nothing but your comma separated file. You can consider CSV or you can say Excel or anything, and directly into the database like MongoDB. Today will not be explaining what is MongoDB, so it is a different concept. Today I'll explain about how to crawl, how to parse and transpose, and how to store it. Yeah, I'll share the PPT. I'll share the PPT. The voice is not coming. Is it clear now?
It's clear. Yeah. It's clear, Revanth. Revanth,
Is it
I'll
clear now?
take a moment. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So I'll take just a moment to have a short poll. Then we will continue because let the poll be done parallelly with your PPT, and we will answer the Q&A session at the end. Fine.
Okay, I didn't get you. You were saying
So
something?
I have just launched an query, like it's in poll. I'd like the
Okay.
participants to answer it side by side. So you can just go ahead with your representation and we will have this.
Okay. Can I continue my presentation?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Cool. Please stop message. Okay.
Guys, please just wait for him to complete, then we will have the Q&A session. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, Revanth. Please
So
go
is my
ahead.
voice clear, right? Everyone able to hear?
It is audible, Revanth. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll also explain how many types of data are there. We have actually like structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. If I talk about structured data, is the data in from MongoDB or any other like any database or any from Google server or any other place, you're taking directly from there. It is called structured data. And semi-structured data is nothing but when you have a data in the format of XML, JSON data, or email web pages. But the data is not much structured. If you are trying to take the data from email, if you're trying to take the data from some particular website, that comes under semi-structured data. And unstructured data, it is like audio, video. If example, your Google Alexa, you're trying to give the data, and your Siri, you're trying to Google Assistant. This is unstructured data. There will be a lot of noise. There will be a lot of mistakes. If example, you're trying to talk in English, that is a if you're trying to talk in English, if you're trying to send the data, so it is a straight English data. When you're trying to talk with any customer care, mera internet, my internet nahi chal raha hai. So it is a English. You're talking in English and Hindi. So you can take that as an unstructured data. So the type of unstructured data mostly comes under audio, video, all the image data, and also PDF documents. That is the reason why when you try to call customer care, you will get a note, right? This call will be recorded for quality purpose. So the the conversation you talk with the customer care, they will try to train it. They will try to train it. They'll try to do some language detection. They'll try to do customer satisfaction with the voice of the day customer. They'll try to what is the frustration of the customer, whether the customer is satisfied or not, whether our customer executives are performing or not. So they will try to train the data. So that is how it works. Okay. So the first step of data science is, as I said, it is to get some data. So you can directly download our data file or files manually from the Kaggle. So if example, I'll show you. If you go to Kaggle, few people might already know what is a Kaggle. If you go to Kaggle here, you will get actually a lot of data science projects. You need to log in. If you try to log in, you'll get a lot of data science. For example, I want to go here. I want to work on linear regression model. If you just type linear regression model, so I'll get a lot of things. And if I go here, see, I can actually directly download the data from here. This is a test data train data. So you can see this is in CSV format. If you want to see the code, you can actually see the code here. So see, this is a code in Python. You can just copy and paste and try to run it. So what you need to do is, see here, you're trying to read the data. PD underscore CSV. You are reading the data. You need to download the data from here, the first part. And if you run it, and you have to download the data and save in your raw local, then if you run it, you can actually work on this kind of Kaggle data. So this is one of the Kaggle, and another one is SQL. So SQL is nothing mostly you will use in your company. So like if your organization has some SQL server, you will try to fetch the data from the server. That is how SQL works. And GitHub, if you go to GitHub, this is also one of the beautiful. So you see, like if I have done some certain assignments, you can see data analysis part. If I go here, I'll have all the notebooks here. So if I can actually, for example, Atlanta Triangle. So I can have the code here. I can, if I need, I can copy and paste it, or I can actually call this. I can actually directly call this in Python notebook using API. So that is what querying an API using GitHub. I'll also explain how to query an API from the GitHub. And you can also scrap the data from web page using beautiful code. I'll also show the example. Open source projects, yeah, Kaggle is one of the, can you send your GitHub link? Yeah, sure. Mm, in the last, I will send my GitHub link and the LinkedIn profile also, so that you can like stay in touch with me. And other one is, so here, these are the RESTful APIs. So querying web pages, it's sending account key with each API call. So there are two types of APIs. APIs are nothing but application program interface. Okay, there are like API is nothing but how you call the website, how you call the API. call the GitHub or some particular protocol. So there are two types of RESTful APIs. One is standard. So one is standard, another one is stateless. So standard is nothing but using commands like get, put, post, delete. And stateless is nothing but like the server don't remember what you're doing. These are the other different approach. And if you see here, can you see the screen, everyone? So here request.get is an API. And explaining again, until now what I have explained, APIs, request.get is an API. You're trying to get it. You're trying to get from the website. You're trying to get from the api.github.com user. See here, if you want all the code from my particular GitHub account, instead of your user, just give the Revanth GH or my particular GitHub name, and you're calling request.get API from the website using params token. So token can be, you can have different, each API will have different tokens. You will understand. See here, like login and ID, you can give access token, depends on the website you have. And you can also request.get. So you are also calling the same API from the particular website using username and password. Either you can do access token or either you can do username password. If example, if I kept my code open, so you no need to give any username and password. And if I kept my code as a closed book, so you need to give authentication. So these are the different types of APIs you can use. What is the importance of data analysis and data science? Yes, using for BI. Data analyst. Okay, I'll explain all these questions. See, these are the most common data formats we have. One is CSV. As I mentioned, it is comma separated version. Another one is HTML or XML. HTML is nothing but hypertext markup language. So I'll also explain how to fetch the data from the HTML. And one more thing is JSON. See, here we have a website and you scrap the data using some different libraries or using through API or any other technique, and you save the data in XML, XLXX is nothing but your Excel sheet, or you can save in Excel SQL format, or you can save in TXT format. So this is how the procedure goes on. Okay, and so CSV, CSV, I hope everyone have seen how CSV works. CSV is nothing but comma separated version. So here example, if you open the CSV, you might get in a notepad like semester comma, course comma, section comma, lecture. So if you right click and open with Excel, you might get open as an Excel sheet. So if you have a CSV in your local, in your computer, so you go to your Python and if you type import pandas as pd.read underscore CSV, just you need to give the CSV name and delimiter comma and quotation character as inverted commas, and you type it as a data frame. And if you just give data frame dot head, so here example, see, import pandas as PD. So here once you go to import pandas as PD, you need to click the run button. So it will run and it will show you PD. I have typed the print PD. So if I type data frame, so if most of my this CSV is saved in the data frame, then if I type data frame dot head, it will show the data in this way. Okay. Okay, and so this is a JSON format looks like. If you want to know about what it is a JSON format, this is a key, this is a value, this is a key, this is a value, this is a key, this is a value. So most of the JSON will be exist in this format. If the data is like this, so this is a CSV format, so this is a JSON format. If you want to fetch the data from the JSON, all you need to do is same thing. You have to request.get, this is an API, and you are actually calling from this particular website. So you need to do json.load response.content. So you just need to convert this into JSON. So you are calling the data from this particular website and converting into JSON, and then you are trying to load, return, or write the data in the JSON format. This is nothing but parsing JSON in Python. And so until now, I have explained how to handle the CSV data, like how to save the data in CSV format, and how to handle the JSON format. And now thing is HTML. HTML is nothing but if you go to example, so this is my LinkedIn. So anyone can actually note down my LinkedIn profile. You people can connect me. So if you, I have been to my LinkedIn and I have clicked the right click and I click inspect. See, so this is the code I have. This is the HTML language. This is all the data. Like whatever website you are able to see, it is behaving accordingly what it is written here. If you want to fetch the data from this particular page, you just need to copy and paste this links, and you just need to run this in Python. So that is how it works. If you want to see completely, the interesting part is, if example, I want to India Times. Okay, I want to fetch the data from the India Times website. So I want to take all the data from this particular website. I need to go and can click inspect, or I can click view page resource. See, I got all the code here. So what I need to do is I just need to take this URL to get the particular data I need. Voice is not good.
Okay, okay. So now you understood. So Sneha, let me complete. See here. So here in this way, I can actually get the particular source of the website. If I go to any website and click view page resource, so you will get all the code behind this web page. Anything. If I go to Vion, this is also, I want to take the all the information from this Vion data website. So if example, I want to fetch the data regarding dowry, take the keyword dowry. I want the data regarding all the dowry news in this particular website. So you need to click and just click view page resource. Just take these keywords. So if you have the URL and how to fetch the data, let us check it. So and this is the data you have, and HTML you have a head and body. As I mentioned, if you go here, so this is the head. Actually you can see this is the head of the body, and these head and these are the body. And once you see, there are like title, meta, and h1, p1, ul. These are the different types of you have. And as I mentioned, see, if I want to take the data from this datasciencecourse.org 2016, so take this URL, take any URL, take any URL, like you can take facebook.com, you can take linkedin.com. Just use request.get API and convert, take try to use this beautiful soup. Beautiful soup is nothing but one of the library. Use beautiful soup bracket request response dot content and save into root. So the whole data will be saving in the root. So this is how it works out. And code to scrap, I can actually, sorry. So take the photo, or this is a GitHub. All the web scraping code is there in this particular GitHub. If you just go to this particular link, just type GitHub. He is my intern. I have given the project regarding this. And see, you can see the URL, right? apindustries.government. If example, let's go to any website. Let's go to this website, apindustries.government.co.in. So this is a website of Andhra Pradesh where all the MSME, where the all the industries are there using map or anything. So I'm very interested to work on this data. If you have like if you came across any website, like if you want to see, if you have seen any interesting stuff or any interesting content in the website. So I came across this AP Industries. I thought, okay, let's fetch this data. Yeah, you can use Google Colabs or Jupyter Notebook, anything. I prefer, I use generally uh, I generally prefer Jupyter Notebook. I'll also explain how to use it. See, like I have came across this URL. You just need to copy and paste it. Copy and go to this particular code. See, you can see here. Just paste it in this URL, and you're calling this through API, and you're using this beautiful soup, and you're doing some pre-process. So like at the first you got data in this particular unstructured way, then you are trying to remove this TD, all these unnecessary things, and finally you got the data in this particular format. So industry name, latitude, what is the location of this particular industry, and what is the category, and what is the district name, what is the sector name, and what kind of activity they do, what is the population index. So example, so I got the data. So from this website, using my Python and API, all the stuff, I try to create the data. I try to convert the data in this particular CSV format. So I have industry name, I have a latitude, longitude, I have a category. So I can visualize it, I can analyze the data. If example, how many orange pollution index category are there in Guntur district, how many green are there in Chittur district. Like there will be many columns, right? So for example, here there are many columns, like there are 36,251 industries. So there are one workers in this particular industry. How many workers are there in service sector? How many workers are there in micro? How many workers are there in macro? So you can actually analyze all the data. What is the mean? What is the median? What is the average number of workers in Guntur? What are the total number of workers in Chittur? These are the analysis you do. So what is analysis? This is the data you have. You are doing analysis on it. And then what you can do, data visualization. You can actually create some bar charts or pie charts or scatter plot, some diagrams from the data you have. Just read the data and try to plot between the number of workers and the district name. You'll get a bar chart like Guntur. There are 150 workers. In Chittur, there are 1,000 workers. You can actually visualize it. So that is how you can actually do it. So any doubts until now? Is it clear? HTML. HTML. Yeah, I said right. See, uh, sorry. See, this is a website I have. Okay, I just copied and pasted this in this particular website. Request.get is an API. For the URL I have, this is a. I need to get paste this HTML. I need to parse this into response, and using the beautiful soup library, then I convert. So that is how it works. So like you can do a lot of individual stuffs, lot of visualization using this particular website. And what I can also say is, so you can use, once you fetch the data, you can actually do any type of different types of machine learning models here. So for example, if I want to learn about regression model, so regression model starts with just y is equal to mx plus b. Y is equal to mx plus b is just a line equation what you have learned in your high school. If you convert this y is equal to mx plus b into statistics, that is nothing but y is equal to alpha plus beta x. And just try to learn mathematics behind it, simple basics mathematics, and try to learn what is the code behind it. Then you can able to get the clear idea of it. And and also, as I mentioned, So if someone asks you like what is the difference between machine learning, data science, everything. So this is from this just one diagram and explain you. Artificial intelligence is nothing but comes under both hardware and software, and machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. NLP is nothing but like I can say audio to text, text to audio, your Google Assistants, Siri, Apple Siri, all this comes under NLP. So doing all these machine learning and deep learning and AI tasks, you need data. When you work on the data, then the data science comes into the part. So data science is a field which uses intelligent learning machines for interpreting patterns from data. Yeah, I think that's it from my side. Now the host will be explaining about the data science program. I think you can say your part. Yeah, I'll provide the people. 1 minute. Note down the people. Is an LP? Yes, yes, yes. This is my PPT. Where I kept it over. This is my PPT. Uh, Purima, I think you can actually talk about the your course.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So just a minute, Revanth. I was just, yeah, I think, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Revanth, since we have a lot of questions in the chat box,
Yeah,
have you received any of the questions from there?
yeah. I'm still getting a lot of questions.
Yeah,
So
can we start from there?
yeah, yeah. Like now, just type your question, guys. How to train a
Guys, if you, yeah, Revanth would like to answer the questions.
so
So
how
in
to
case if you have any questions which you would like to personally ask, I can unmute you and you can go ahead.
yes. Okay, you can raise the hand.
Yeah, so we have a few of our participants here.
Ashwant is yeah, Ashwant, ask your question.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, I am interested in artificial intelligence and machine learning, robotics, whatever. Uh, what is the kind of basics I want to learn for data science projects?
Start with the statistics and SQL.
So,
Statistics and SQL. There is some website called W3 Schools SQL. Just Google, you'll get W3 SQL. You can actually get
okay,
start like if you want to learn programming, start with SQL and statistics, basic statistics.
okay, sir, thank you.
Okay, and now
Guys, simultaneously, I'll have another poll. Revanth, is it okay if I could launch the next poll?
yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Sri,
So we
Sri,
have the second poll. Guys, you can actually start answering this so that it will be useful for us to conduct such webinars in the future. Okay. So apart from this, we will have side by side, we will have the Q&A session. So Revanth, we have Ritika Gupta who's asking like, what are the major tools and programming languages one should focus on for data scientist role?
uh, I said start with SQL. Once you start with SQL, go with the Python, and very few companies will use our languages. You can actually start with. I'll show you a website. If you go to here, any particular website, go here and type www3 schools SQL. See, W3 is SQL tutorial. So go here and just start with this. Like this is simple. Select star from customers. Try it yourself. and you will get a simple dashboard. Try to use this. If you start using this, you will get actually confident to do programming. Like many problem for students here is like many problem for employees. I am not into programming languages. So once you start with this SQL W3 schools, you will be very confident enough to do the programming. I'm zero in strategies but strong in programming. How can I become a data scientist? Stats necessary. Yes, stats is very important necessary. I have already shared the PPT. Yeah, stats like normal. There are many books for statistics. You can take any example. There is a book for statistics for machine learning from Wearly something. So you can actually. Data science is combination of Python, XML, and HTML. No, this is just a part of data science. Data science is not a technology; it's an ocean. You will get lot of data camp. No, I don't suggest. I didn't find any very interesting in data camp.
Guys, if you can actually, if you're raising your hands, I'll unmute you one by one so that you can ask your questions.
So
So
here,
we have,
Purez and Sneha Rajgopal. Sneha Rajgopal, you can ask your question.
yes, Neha. Neha, you there?
Ask them.
This is
Okay,
Shalini.
yeah, Shravan.
Like I wanted to ask, like I'm from a tier 3 engineering college. So like if I want to do an internship in data science or any other thing from a good tech company, like leading from Amazon's and all, how can I do it and where can I apply it?
LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best place for data science internships. So you can actually I keep a lot of requirements in LinkedIn. So if everyone can actually follow my, like I get a lot of requirement from data science internships, everything. So if you just follow this LinkedIn profile, I think I can help you with the internships. Recently, there is an internship opportunity from Amazon. I have shared also. You can go to it. You can just follow all the LinkedIn professionals in your like related to data science. That would help you a lot.
So we have, thank you, Shravanti. We have Raghav. Raghav,
Uh,
please ask your question.
yes, yes. Hello, sir. I'm final year graduate. I'm from electronics branch, but I have some basic experience in Python. Like I have practice in list and arrays and all thing, NumPy and Matplotlib like thing, and some basic experience in machine learning. But I have not done any projects. So can you suggest me any basic projects? Where should I start from, and how should I plan my to get my career in data science? And
I think GUVI also will help you a lot with the data science projects. They will teach you course and they will help you with the projects also. I'll also be guiding the data science project. Or if you want, you can go with the Kaggle. But Kaggle, all these things are very simple thing to do. You might not learn much. You might not get much production experience. But yeah, once you talk with various people, then you can actually get the various data science projects. So
sir,
as
I
of
have
now, Kaggle is
another.
not. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, please, please.
Yeah. Continue, sir.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. Ask me. Ask me.
Yeah, I have another doubt. I have done a project in web scraping in Python, but
Mhm.
the assignment was given to me was to scrap the data from stock exchange website. But I was
Okay.
unable to do it. I have some done basic website like I have done on YouTube and all, but I have not able to use it on stock exchange websites. Like the what should I
Ping me in
do?
LinkedIn. Ping me in
Huh?
LinkedIn.
Okay,
Ping me in LinkedIn.
okay.
Uh, I'll clear your doubt. No problem.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Um,
Uh,
Rajiv, are you able to unmute yourself? I have couple of few others.
Rajvi.
Suburuddin, Manikandan. Yeah, Suburuddin, please.
I know the not basic, but I know the data science, NumPy, Panda, a little bit know the library. It used to get a job or learn the basics.
Yeah, like you better try for the data analyst job. For data scientist, you need to have much core, deeper knowledge. If you try for data analyst, work for 2 to 3 years, then you can jump for data science profile. That would be enough. Good way
Okay,
to
sir.
do it.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening,
So,
sir. My name is Manikanta.
Hmm.
Hello.
yeah, Manikanta, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Presently, I'm pursuing third year in BTech CSC in LPU. Ma'am, I'm confused that as a CSC student, should I only focus on data science, like only data analytics, or should I learn machine learning or web development and Android development, etc.? Like as a CSC student, should I cover all those things, or should I only focus on my interest?
No, see, as you're from CSV, you could able to practice the programming. So try to learn the data science concepts actually. See, I'll explain you. See, I am also from EC. I'm not from CSV. So either you're from CSV, either from mechanical. So data science is not only related to CSC or any particular core. So data science is the beauty of data science, it is applicable to every industry. Either you're from mechanical, either you're from pharmacy, either you're from health sector, or either you're from tourism. So thing is, all you need to do is how you should apply your data science core knowledge in your particular domain. So you'll able to understand once you go into production. Be just be strong with your machine learning models. You could able to do the task.
Thank
Sir.
you. Yeah, Madan, please.
Okay, sir. First, good evening, sir. I'm doing MSc Statistics second year, sir, now. So I would like to change my career into data science. And first of all, I need to ask this doubt: which programming language to choose? Because many are saying Python, and some are saying R. So what is widely used in industries?
See, statistics mostly R is actually for statistics. Like
Yes, sir.
even in your assignments, even if you take your concepts like ANOVA, regression,
Yes, sir.
they'll use R actually. So, but no, now recently most of the industries are using Python.
Okay. Okay, sir.
You better go with the Python. You see, one more thing, like if you're doing something in R, you should be able to. I also used to use R in my masters. Once I come into production, I started using Python. The thing is,
Okay.
all I need to know is logic. How to apply that ANOVA in R. There will not be much difference actually. You can write the same function in R and Python. Also, but all you need to know is there is only syntax difference between these two. But you need to know how to write this code.
Okay, sir. And as a fresher, is it possible to get into industries with no
Yeah,
prior experience?
if you are from MSc statistics, there is very high chance to get a data science job because there are very few data scientists who understand this field. Even for us, core subject is their statistics. He's from ISA, our professor is from ISA, Calcutta.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello,
We have
sir.
Shanti.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Actually, I am studying GUVI only, data science program.
Hmm.
I have feel how to prepare for interviews. So you tell me how to prepare for interview.
Yeah, interview. In interview they'll ask you about like what kind of data science projects you have worked. So start working on one of your data science projects. I have explained you different ways, right? How to create, how to work on the data sets. Try to start working on it. If example on the particular data, apply any machine learning model. Try to understand how the machine learning models works. What asks there in interviews, they'll ask you what are the data science projects you have worked on. They'll ask you which machine learning model you have applied. Then they will ask you explain that machine learning model. Then you should able to explain each and every end-to-end process. Then it will be easy for you.
And moreover, Shanti, we will be having interview sessions, mock session at the end of the program. Okay, that will be helpful for you. And we have another participant. Sudhanshu, you there?
Hello.
Okay, we have Dharini. Yeah, Dharini.
Yeah, hi sir. Like I am into service now team here. I have placed in a company. Then I am not sure how data science will be included in that service now. Like what kind of courses should I learn in that?
I didn't get your question. Come again. What kind of
What kind of courses should I do to excel in that in service now?
service? See,
Yeah,
service is
service now. Service now is like a development tool where we develop portal kinds of project. Is there like is there something new in the data science? Like is data science is related to that?
okay.
Is
Got it.
we can
Try to
anything?
learn Tableau. Tableau. Note this somewhere. Tableau.
Okay.
Tableau. It's like very. It will be somewhat near to your sector. There is very high demand for Tableau. Try to learn how in Tableau also you actually visualize something. You work with the data and you create some dashboards. You create some reports and you push.
Yeah. Actually, we also do that in ServiceNow also, but I'm not even sure like how those AI, ML and all will be there in that ServiceNow thing. So I want to explore. That's why I
Start
asked.
with Tableau, then you'll understand. Tableau is easy. Yes, Tableau is easy.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. I am Sudhanshu Ranjan.
Hmm.
Sir, I just want to know about, sir, for some non-technical jobs, because I don't know, because I don't know any programming language and coding.
Okay, got it. Someone session is great. I need to know. I still learn Python, Tableau, Excel, HTML, CSS. I start creating a in a way. And how can I approach the recruitment get a job? You can yeah, like once you start yeah, LinkedIn. Let's come to LinkedIn. If you just follow LinkedIn, you'll get a lot of opportunities. So, actually, if you don't have LinkedIn, just start creating LinkedIn. And yeah, even for you, like they start doing projects. See, everyone, yeah, you people are going keep on reading and reading the technical stuff. Start doing working any data science project of your interest. Then you can able to relate to anything in your interest.
It's very true that Revanth says, like, for professionals who are about to start their career or who are already working for the private employees, it's very important that they have their LinkedIn profile very crafted and very well moduled with their skill sets and their experiences. It is very helpful for you guys to catch up with the other peer groups as well as to learn a lot. So please start your LinkedIn profiles. If not, start today. Yeah, thank you so much. And we have a few other participants, Revanth. We would like to go or?
I have a flight to catch up.
Hello, sir.
Oh, so, okay,
We'll
it's
close
already
at
7:07.
Yeah, we'll close at 7:10. My questions. You can take your like regarding the course from 7:10 to 7:30.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Sir,
Good evening.
Hello, sir. Myself, Aniket. I want to ask you which we need a business knowledge about it. So, as a data scientist, we need a business knowledge. Or
Yes. See, I'm from a telecom Airtel, so I should have a knowledge of the telecom sector, how the network works, how the SIM works, how the voice works, how the data works. If
no,
someone is
I am saying that. So, we are need an so balance sheet or profit and loss statement or something business oriented or business domain knowledge.
Yeah, see, in data scientist, you can say, for example, if you have that balance state, cash flow, if you all these things, if you have also data science knowledge, you can actually apply in a investment banking. Go companies like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all these companies, they actually see your financial background. So there are something financial data scientist and financial analyst, and financial analyst is very highly paid. Financial analyst is like very highly paid than data scientist. So if you have a very good knowledge in finance and also data science, that would help you a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Basically, the industry, right, Revanth?
Yes.
So thank you so much, Revanth. I think it's already time, and I'd like to thank you on behalf of GUVI as well as the participants. Guys, if you have any other questions that you would like to ask, please mail to us, or you are they free to connect you in LinkedIn, Revanth?
Yeah, LinkedIn is fine. LinkedIn is fine.
It is very much easy, and I'd like to tell about our course. Maybe we will take few other minutes. So, Revanth, is there anything that you would like to give as entirely towards data science? What is the basic three things that a person should do?
See, I'll tell you one basic question. Like what I can say is, if you want to learn swimming, what you should do? You just jump into the pool. So in the same way, if you want to learn data science, start with the project. Don't keep on studying. It will fill your time.
Projects
So
are really important.
yes,
And
very important.
how about this GitHub links and all?
About
How about their profile in GitHub? What is the
GitHub, it's okay. GitHub is not so important because what happens is when going to production, Airtel have separate GitHub. Amazon will have separate GitHub. So each and companies maintain separate GitHub when it comes to production. So if you want to know the code, follow Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is the best. Everyone try to follow Stack Overflow. If you want to become a data scientist, spend half of your life in Stack Overflow. Write it somewhere, Stack Overflow.
Thank you.
Yeah, like this is the, if you want to do project, try come about any idea, go to Stack Overflow, you'll get the code.
That's really cool. I mean, now it is the most heard and experienced one. So, guys, this would be Revanth. Revanth, I hope that is okay for the day, or you'd like to continue for a few minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I have explained everything. So most of the, like here, everyone questions are like how to start with it. So for that question, see, I have explained the concepts. I think how to start with data science. I think Purnima will be able to answer you better how to go through GUVI, how to go through the course. Then you will get a clear idea. So most of the 80% of the questions are like how to start with it. So I think they will get a clear idea once they start taking this course. So I think it's up to you how you explain. Like you need to just explain. So that is how. If anything regarding technical doubts, you can ask me. And I hope everyone liked this session. So it's not very theoretical. It's not very complex. I try to manage between these two because that is how the data science reality is. It is kind of very difficult subject. That is the reason why I have showed you how many machine learning models are there, how the code will be, how the architecture works. So this is how it works. And yeah, that's it from my side.